What's up, everybody? I'm not sure if I'm live. Am I live? I don't know. Live chat? I think I'm live. All right. Um, all right. So I'm still here. I didn't leave the RideShare Guy yet. um, Here's the thing. Unfortunately, after running 97 straight shows, we had to cancel today. I'm alive. But unfortunately, my partner in crime is deadly sick. When I say deadly sick, don't worry. I mean, he's sick though. He's sick enough. We both have done this show sick many times. I did it with COVID a couple of months ago. Um, he's sick enough that we couldn't set up the show in time. We had an amazing show for you guys, actually set up with tax experts from Column Tax with Solo as the sponsor. Amazing app. The CEO was going to be on the show as well. Unfortunately, Chris couldn't make it. He couldn't even get out of bed. There's something wrong with him. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to speculate. The only thing I can say is that we will be back. We ran 97 straight. I guess all streaks come to an end, and this one did at 97. But then I'm sure we will hit our 100 and we will hit our 500 with all you watching and supporting us. So that's why there's no show me the money today, and I apologize, but it's circumstances we cannot control, obviously. I was joking with Chris, and I said, you youngsters are not tough enough. I did it when I had COVID, for God's sakes. Get off your ass, and let's go. So that's where we are. We just were not able to do it today, and that's why I thought I'd do a little live stream. You know, um, Communicate with the chat. Usually we don't pay attention to the chat because there's 500 of you. I don't know how many of you there are here, but yeah, that's the story. And unfortunately, these things happen, and we have no control over it. Obviously. He's hopefully going to pull out, and we're going to see you guys next week, next Tuesday. So let's take care of some business. Let's look at the chat. Nancy Walker, oh no, yeah, he's sick. These youngsters, they're not tough enough, Nancy. They just, no, I'm joking. Chris, if you're watching this, don't get pissed off. So Craig from Palm Springs is here. Felix Almonte, there's something on the air. Yeah, I'm on the air. I'm gonna hang out with you guys as long as I can, as long as you guys are not bored. And I'll try to get into chat and answer some questions, whatever specific questions you guys have. Before then, let's take care of some business. Tomorrow I'm traveling, and Thursday, whoever is going to be in the chat and sees this later, I'm going to be in Oakland for the Irvine Foundation and Zocalo setup that we're doing a live nationwide stream from Oakland's Parkway Theater. If you're in the area, Bay Area, please do show up. Afterwards, there is a meet and greet that I'm going to do with free drinks, free appetizers, so free is good. Oakland Parkway Theater. The live stream or the show in the theater is from 7 to 8. And we're going to discuss, is there a good gig economy job these days? I have my opinions about it. And then there's going to be two more panelists. And Levy from Cal Matters is going to be the moderator. They're definitely going to hear my opinion if there is a good gig economy job. Say that 50 times fast. And so that's what's going to happen. And at the end of the month, as you guys know, I'm in LA. At the end of the month, we have Curbivore, which is I think this is our third or fourth year. If you're in LA or if you're going to come visit LA at that time, it's March 29th on a Friday in downtown LA. Please go to curbivore.co and register and use Sergio, Sergio 5, number 5, no space, to get your ticket for $5. There's going to be free food, free breakfast, come meet me. We'll chat. We'll probably do a live stream. We'll talk shop. We may do our test like we did last year. A few drivers turn their phones on to see if we're getting shaved on anything still, or not. And then that's March 29th. So please register. It's $5. I mean, you're going to get great value out of that. And tomorrow night's event is free, by the way, the one in Oakland. If you're in San Francisco, driver in San Francisco, or gig worker, doesn't have to be rideshare, come see me. I'm going to hang out with you guys after the event, as long as the theater allows us to stay in there. So hopefully a bunch of you will show up, and we'll talk. I know all of you from YouTube, and you know me from YouTube. So this will be a great occasion for you guys to see me in person. I'm real. I exist. And then that should be a fun event. So, we had a great show lined up for you guys. We really did. We had tax experts from Column Tax, and they were going to answer a whole bunch of questions, important questions, because tax season is coming up. And, unfortunately, we had to postpone that as well, but hopefully we'll pick it up next week, if not the week after. Again, for the ones who just joined, Chris is sick. I mean, sick enough not to be able to do it, because he's the guy behind the scenes. He's the tech guy, right? I'm just the talker. He's the doer. So he pushes all the buttons behind the scenes, and then I just show up, right? That goes to show you, people, you need to be ready for these kind of emergencies. And he couldn't set up the show. He couldn't do the slides. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't even get out of bed, the poor guy. And I'm not going to get into what he has. He's very sick. So, I told him, don't worry about it. The audience will understand. They'll be back next week. We'll be back stronger and better. So, without further ado, when are you going to come in up? Portland? Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I still want to do some more traveling, meet you all in person in the coming year, this year, actually. Okay, so, my glasses are not for the computer, but I'm going to start reading into it. So William is here. Brandon Lewis is here. Chicago is horrible. Okay, let's not go negative today, because I'm flying solo. And my glasses are not good enough to read this. We're doing well. Chris is sick. I'm fine. I was sick a couple of months ago. I had COVID. I toughed through it. He's just a softie, bro. He just couldn't handle it. I go, get off your bed and get off your ass and let's do the show. We can't break our streak on 97. But, these new kids are just not tough enough. We old guys are the tough guys. So, you know what? Let's answer some questions. Hey, Sergio, how can we arrange to have a chat? You and me personally, that's going to be tough, but you can email me, Sergio, at therideshareguy.com. Yes, please send your good wishes to Chris, but he will be back. So Boston is here. Driven Dad, what's up? What's up, Tony, from Denver? Hello, Dale. Chad is flying. Shaman there. Okay. Hi, Serge. Hope you're doing well. We're doing well. Chris is not doing well. I'm not in a hospital. Chris is in. Chris may be in a hospital. It's my massage table. I get massages back there. This is also my trading room. We can talk about stocks if you guys want. If you have any questions, I mean, I'm no financial advice, but you can ask me my opinion about what's happening, or Bitcoin, or things like that. Again, not financial advice. YouTube disclaimer. But I'm more knowledgeable about that than I'm probably about rideshare. So if you guys have any questions, fire it up about rideshare. Bitcoin, should we buy? For long term, Ed Hearn says, Bitcoin, should we buy? Probably so, just for the fact that the US dollar is trash. And we know that by what's happening to inflation. And we're paying double, triple for everything we used to pay for our cars, maintenance. And for long-term holder value, which, look, the U.S. Treasury, as the Federal Reserve, as we know it, keeps printing money and devaluing the money we have in the bank, right? That's what's called inflation. Inflation is a lot of money chasing few assets, and that's why price is going up on everything from housing to cars to everything else, right? So, for Bitcoin is a finite amount. You cannot print more of it. You cannot not make more of it. There is a finite amount. I think there are about 19 million of them out there, and that's it. So when the miners run out of mining, I mean, the supply and demand, simple stuff, right? Please help us. I am trying, Joey boy. I don't know what you need help with. Should I still do 1099? If I made less than 20K a year, should I still do 1099? I don't know what that means. It depends on your situation. If you were doing it full time and you did only 20K, probably not. I mean, I did a video a couple of weeks ago. It was really popular. I said, is it time to quit rideshare? Okay, I have to be honest with you guys. So for everybody who's in the chat, hello. Again, update, Chris is sick. We had to postpone the show today. We had done 97 straight. We couldn't do our 98th. We had great guests lined up, great topics, but hey, it is what it is. Please tell, so yeah, I mean, is it time to quit rideshare? Look, I at base rates with no incentives and no surge in LA. I'm in LA. I've never seen it this bad. I'm basically averaging about $20 to $22 an hour before expenses, online time, not active time, online time, right? It's tough. This is the toughest I've seen, but there are some really great markets out there that I get numbers. I go blow my head off, right? It's because I'm jealous. We used to be in the top 5 market, but now it's dead. I mean, look, whatever time I drive, that's the money I'm making. And if you take my expenses out, I'm down to 15, 16 bucks. We even had a debate with good old Harry. I said, I might as well go flip burgers instead of doing rideshare. I mean, flexibility and freedom, I get it, but at what cost, right? I mean, we're taking a lot of risk driving people around, accidents, crazy people getting in and out of their cars. If I want to only make minimum wage or less, why would I keep doing rideshare? I mean, if you're part-time, you're going to need a couple $100. It's a perfect way for you to make money. But other than that, I don't know. Everybody has to make that call for themselves. What's my opinion about Lyft and DoorDash merging? Probably not. There's going to be, I mean, there are some synergies in there. Lyft doesn't have delivery and DoorDash doesn't have rideshare. There's possibilities probably, but I don't know anything about it. With a 1099, even making 55K a year, you should get a return. I mean, not necessarily. So everybody is different. So you can't just put everybody under an umbrella. Look, 1099 is a great thing. Obviously, we get the 60. We were going to talk about that today, and maybe I should talk a little bit about it. 67 cents a mile deduction this year. Okay, the standard IRS mileage deduction is 67 cents this year. So that's for P1, P2, P3 miles. P1 meaning, your app is on. P2 towards the passenger. P3 with a button in the back seat. You're getting all that mileage deduction. So yeah, that's why most rideshare drivers do not pay taxes unless you're in the 6-figure range, which we did with a Boston driver. He was doing like a couple $100,000 a year for 4 years in a row. But look, 1099 jobs are great if we had any control, right? We don't have any control. I mean, we don't control the pricing. Do you guys would you guys do $3 trips, $5 trips that we're seeing on these apps? No, I mean, how does it make sense to put a human in my car for $5, to take him from point A to point B? I mean, I have my own expenses, right? So it's not making sense at the moment. But then to each their own. So what else? Let me see. The chat's flying, so I'm slow at this. I usually don't even read the chat while we're doing Show Me the Money. And with these goddamn glasses, and YouTube chat is a lot smaller than StreamYard chat. You rent, you cannot use the mileage. Yes, that is correct. If you rent, you can only deduct the rental fee, and that's about it. You cannot use the 67 cent a mile deduction. That's why you got to be careful when you're renting a car. The person who's renting it to you, like Hertz, is getting the deduction as depreciation on their cars. Last mile for you. Curry is good in LA. I have Curry in LA. I take a bucket of 5-gallon Sherwin-Williams paint from one to the other. They pay me like $30. Curry may be different in other places. So let's see what other questions we have. Another thing we should fight for as soon as, well, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about Minneapolis, actually. We should be paid for mileage. Yeah, because we're not employees. That's why. See, these companies are getting away with a lot of shady shit, right? What is that? They call us independent contractors. They don't treat us like independent contractors. As far as I'm concerned, I'm misclassified, personally speaking. Just because I can turn the app on or off whenever I want does not make me an independent contractor. In fact, all of you should go to the IRS website and read what the definition of independent contractor is. Like I compare myself, I have a lot of friends and they're plumbers, air conditioning contractors. Craig, thank you. So they have the power of pricing their work, right? So if you call an electrician to your house or a plumber, air conditioning contractor, you're not going to tell the guy, he's going to give you a bid, right? Because he's going to factor in his time, his equipment, his labor cost, and as we know, all our costs have gone up astronomically over the last 3-4 years due to inflation, right? Our tires, oil changes, insurance. Talk about insurance, for God's sake. My insurance just went up 35%, right? All maintenance parts, auto parts, they're all gone up double, right? Are we getting paid double for doing rideshare? You guys got to start thinking about this as a business. No, we're not. So that's eating into your profit if you have any profit. So, to each their own, but rideshare may not be what everybody thinks it is, right? Yes, please, thumbs up. Supposedly it helps the algo. I really don't know anything about the algo. If I did, we would have done the live stream of my own with the slides. So, okay, so let's see. What other questions? Evil Dara, okay, I got you. Is Philly good market for Uber? Actually, good question, Norman. I have a spreadsheet of close to 100 cities now. Thanks to all of you. You send me every week. The online hourly earnings, Philly is one of the better markets. I think they're like 26, 27 bucks between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. on the weekend. So that's online hour earnings, by the way. That's pretty good. Boston is still the top market in the country, and there are reasons for that. I do Uber Eats, and I haven't been able to do Shop and Pay since December. Yeah, you got to keep calling support, speak to a supervisor. Be pushy. These people are in Philippines. They don't know what the F they're saying anyway half the time, or they don't even understand what you're saying. But you got to be pushy, man. Shop and pay orders. I do deliveries. I like doing deliveries. Shop and pay orders are pretty decent, actually, because it's a new vertical. They pay more at the start, and then they'll just go back to Uber Eats way. $15 a day, around 7 hours. Okay, I hate the traffic in high school. Yeah, well, there's Uber Teen. I mean, we're going to talk about Uber Teen again today. I saw, a post on Reddit. It was ridiculous. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to save it for next week. Thank you, Christy. Why do you think more drivers don't take advantage of the free to? Yes, great question. I don't know why. Okay, in fact, we even changed that now they're paying for graduate school too, right? ASU honors school, and there's like less than 0.3% of all drivers are not, are in the ASU online program. It's free, people. I mean, when I say it's free, not necessarily free. You got to be, gold, and you have to have certain trips, keep that up. But ultimately, they're paying for your tuition. Go do something with it, and then, move on. Rideshare is not be all end all. Use rideshare as a stepping stone for something else, right? Diversify. I mean, if you're a full-time driver, I don't know. I feel for you guys. It's extremely tough right now. And Revo Rideshare, I got an email. I have no clue who they are. They want to come on. I'll do my due diligence a little bit on that. But let's talk a little bit about rideshare. Do the commercial rate change between different ride selection, Lyft, comfort, Lyft? That's the $1 million question, Kassam. I have no goddamn idea how they price these commercial insurance rates. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to really seriously find out. But all I can tell you guys is that I saw an Uber trip this week from a driver that sent me the commercial insurance on that. Okay, if you guys know where LA is, from West Hollywood to Disneyland, okay, 40 miles, 42 miles, the commercial insurance on that, or the booking fee that Uber is hiding somewhere, whatever the if they're doing there, was $50. $50 for a single trip, commercial insurance. And then they make the service fee look low. So they're like double dipping, right? The customer is paying $50 for commercial insurance. And then we see it deducted on our expenses. Or on Lyft's case, it says external expenses. I'm like, how is this possible? You guys are doing billions of trips. You guys should have the lowest rates, not the highest rates. But I don't know. Let's see. 40, 50 hours on Uber and online classes. Yep, absolutely. Michael Bibby. I mean, look, if you're online doing 40, 50 hours, you should definitely take advantage of the ASU, free ASU tuition anyway, undergrads. And then now there's honors as well. There's also graduate. I'm not going to watch the chat because my eyes are shit. However, let's talk a little bit about our brothers and sisters in Minneapolis. How about that, right? They passed a law, $1.41 a mile. $1.40 a mile, 51 cents a minute. The city council of Minneapolis passed a law. I had some TV spots on that. You guys go check it out. But that's not the point. What happened is that the mayor said, Mayor Frey, I don't know if you watch me or not, but Mayor Frey, let's go, Mayor Frey. Okay. Yeah. He said, I don't care if the city council passes it. This is not a good thing. I'm going to veto it the next day, like I did 6 months ago. And sure enough, he kept his word. He went and vetoed it. But what? Mayor, with all due respect, this time there may be a veto override, which is coming up next week. There's a special city council meeting. And Uber and Lyft said, we're going to go. I'm like, okay, don't let the door hit you on the way out, buddy. Nice day. Bye-bye. Okay? Because these kind of bluffs, this kind of bullying doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't. Drivers are sick of this shit. Okay? The pay is bad, safety is bad, the activations are horrible. What have you guys done? Not a goddamn thing, right? So, okay. Well, thank you. Roulette wheel. Thank you for the super chat. What am I finding out in Minneapolis is they will pay decent with search for 1 to 2 days out of the week. I don't even know if I can put these things up. Can I? No. Okay, I'll have to read it. This is YouTube Live, so I don't know how to do YouTube Live. Okay, so Minneapolis. He's talking about Minneapolis. Are you in Minneapolis, Roulette wheel? So Mayor Frey vetoed it, okay? But then there's going to be an override veto. That means $1.40 a mile and 51 cents and a few other things in that ordinance may stay, right? Okay. Uber and Lyft said we're going to leave May 1st. Now, why aren't you leaving now? Just leave now. I mean, right? So then there was a study made, which wasn't the worst time. I don't know who made that study, who came up with that. They did it in 2022 at the peak earnings in the nation, while we're coming out of the pandemic, when Uber and Lyft were showing the money, right? Incentives were through the roof. Everything was going crazy. People were making $50 an hour. And they're going to do the study for 2022. I go, why don't you do the study after Upfront Fair showed up, right? Then we'll know what kind of shenanigans were going on. We busted them at least 4 times now on that. But then this is what's happening. There is legislation coming, like Craig is in, Vancouver, Washington, but Portland not coming, Chicago is coming, Boston is coming. Look, these people are not going to pay you people well until this type of stuff happens. And then they go cry, oh, fares are going to double. I'm like, how did people in Minneapolis get around 10 years ago? Uber's only 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? How did we do it without you, Uber? How? You know what I mean? It's like, go. You guys did it in Austin. You put your tail between your legs and took off. But 9 months later, they bought enough, votes and state senators and city council people. They came back and destroyed it. But you know what happened in Austin? 3 days later, there was a company, exact same app. These apps are not complicated, by the way. Exact same app called Ride Austin came in. Everybody was happy. Passengers were happy. There was no 50% take rate. Company was only taking 20%, just like the old days. You guys remember, all of you, 80-20, right? We used to get 80%. They used to get 20%. Now they get 55, 60%. We get 40%. Well, I have news for you. Everybody watching in the chat. I mean, this could be inside info. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but there's a company called InDrive, okay? They're in Miami already. They're in the U.S. They're in 650 cities around the globe. They're not yesterday's kid. They're an established company with deep pockets. I am going to do my best to get InDrive into Minneapolis to replace Uber and Lyft. They have the same app. They take only 30%, just like the old days, 70-30, nothing more, no shenanigans, no app, no hocus pocus, no algorithm. You actually can name your bid to your passenger, okay? Like you put a bid out and say, okay, I can do this trip for $20, and the passenger goes, no, I'll pay you 19. You go, no, and then it goes to the next driver. It's a peer-to-peer system. They're already in Miami with great success, and look, come over and take over. There's an empty market for you, InDrive. I mean, I'm calling out. I know the head of InDrive, Adam Warner. Adam, what are you guys waiting for? Let's go. This is it. This is your chance. Play with the big boys, because all they do is bully. Like, oh, we're gonna leave. Like, leave. One time leave, right? Let's see what happens. I want to work for all stakeholders, okay? I understand there are passengers who are going to be stranded. I understand there are people who have medical situations that they need to go to the doctor. Those trips should be paying more anyway. Why should I put a sick person behind me? Maybe they die in my car, then what? I'm screwed, right? All these things that Uber and Lyft does, you guys got to think, Uber and Lyft. You guys got to think a little bit. You got to think of all stakeholders, not just yourselves with your profits, not just for the rider, but the driver. Because as far as I'm concerned, look, I'm a driver's advocate, but there is reality here. That's why we're successful on our channel, because we talk the real deal. There are other stakeholders in this. Yes, if the fares double, is usage going to go down? Probably so. My economics degree at school says so. That if the price of something goes up double, people are going to use it less. I get it. And Uber says you're going to lose your flexibility, you're going to lose your freedom. I'm not kind of buying that. Right? There will be other companies who come in and fill the gaps. There are already taxis in Minneapolis with apps, just like Ubers and Lyfts. Yes, it may not be at their scale at the start, but then, people will get used to new ways of transporting themselves, right? So to me, it's like at some point, you just got to, push comes to shove, you're going to go, okay, leave. We really don't care. Leave. All right? And but yeah, these bullying things, don't work out well. And the drivers had it, Uber and Lyft. I mean, I'm telling you, I talk to you guys all the time. They had it. I can't put a person in my car for $3, $5, and drive them 5 miles. Just doesn't make sense. You all do it. How about you guys? You guys get in your cars and do it. Do it with the pressure, not with the big old checks you guys are getting every month. Okay? Do it with the pressure we're facing. Meaning what? We have rent to pay. We have car notes to pay. We have insurance to pay, gas to buy, tires to buy, oil changes, maintenance. Do it like that. Do it with the pressure of the driver. Then you'll understand. And, that's why you guys need to do. You guys need to put yourselves in our shoes a little bit, because I'm putting myself in your shoes. I get your shoes. I understand it, as a financial person for 25 years on Wall Street. I get it. I get where you guys are coming from, but enough is enough. So let's go back to the chat. Look, I don't want this to be a rant session, but reality is reality, bro. If they're going to leave, leave. Let's see. Man, my glasses are so bad. We are not buses. 100% agree. 189 Paris. Yeah, I love Uber too. Look, Joey boy, you're getting paid by Uber. What do you want? If you're a passenger, you got to love Uber. If you're a driver, not so much. I mean, what else is there? What else? They pay too much in those medical passengers. Yeah, those medical passengers, they're fleecing the government on that, right? They're paying you $10 for a trip, and they're charging the government $100. Okay, and then there is parties in between. All the shenanigans are going on. Government's getting fleeced out of it, and the least amount that's being paid is to the government. Uber's taking their cut. The middlemen are taking their cut on top of that, who set up these trips, and then we have all the risk. I mean, let's see. You guys ever think about what will happen? Like, you just pick somebody up at the hospital who has surgery, they die in the backseat. You're screwed. I don't think Uber insurance will cover that. And I don't know how many of you know CPR and shit, but I don't do medical trips. So much for that. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, they extended, Brian. They extended the deadline from May 1 to from April 1 to May 1. I think they just want to negotiate and see if they can buy a city council person or two, because the city council has the votes to override the veto. So I don't know. They said May 1 now. Yeah. Look, man. Look, all I know is Pay has gone down. I don't care who says what. And the Uber executive boards up there, you can all go to Uber's blog, their own blog I mean, seriously, just go uberblog.com. It's right there for you to see. For the last 10 quarters in a row, nationally, driver pay has gone down. 10 quarters, people. 10 quarters is 2.5 years. Okay. And it has accelerated after upfront fares. I mean, it's their blog. I didn't put it there. Okay. So, yeah. Valpak, there you go. That they could leave. They didn't exist 9 years ago. Exactly. And yeah, there are taxi companies, limousine companies. Look, there's public transportation people. And some of these people who order, some of these riders, passengers who have what? They have wine taste with a beer budget, right? They want the cheapest trip. I'm like, bro, I can't drive you for $3. That's what I get in LA. My minimum fare is less than $3. Uber and Lyft is expecting me to drive somewhere, pick a human up. I'm not picking a human. I'm not picking up food now. Pick a human up, okay? Drive another mile or two, drop them off for $3. In what world? I did a video on that. I couldn't even buy a goddamn pack of gum in LA for $3. Whatever. Yeah, they want to go, they go. Have a nice day. But this time, really, seriously, whoever's in Minneapolis watching now, they need to go, okay, go. Yes, we'll suffer for a month. Taxi companies will take over with apps. InDrive will come and take over. There are a lot of companies who will be right then and there within a couple of weeks with the same kind of similar app. People will be getting their transports, okay? So have a nice day. Take off. In Colorado, they hide, well, not, and yeah, Nancy, I'm pretty sure they hide a lot of stuff. So take a break and breathe. No, I don't want to take a break and breathe. When I get, I'm the Armenian in me. Pay is definitely way down and expenses way up. Yeah, well, truck driver. Hey, Chuck, what's up? Yeah, I mean, look, man, he's telling the truth. That's reality. The reason for that is incentives are gone. Okay, so if I don't mind doing a $3-4 trip. Okay, FYI, my trips, minimum fare trips in LA on Uber when I first started in 2015 was $3.75. And on Lyft, it was $2.62. $2.62. Okay. Let's fast forward 9 years. We're in 2024, people. All right. We know what happened to inflation. We know what's going on, right? Today, minimum fare trip in LA is less than $3, and Lyft is still $2.62. Now, in the old days, I took every single one of those garbage trips. Why? Right? Great reason. Why? Because I had 100 trips for $700 incentive called Quest, which have disappeared. I haven't seen a Quest or a Ride Challenge for 4 months now, okay? Because they don't need to. They have so many drivers. Why should Uber and Lyft incentivize anybody to get out there and drive? They have no incentives going out. Okay, that's gone. And then we had a multiplier surge because at the moment, those days, demand outstrips supply. So it had surged 24 hours a day. I could literally turn the app on, sitting on my toilet, and I get a trip with surge on it, right? Well, that's gone. Okay. So now that $3 trip is an actual $3 trip with no incentives. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. It doesn't make financial sense. If it makes financial sense to you people, knock yourselves out. But you're just going to wear out your car. A year later, you're going to have 60,000 miles on your car, a bad back, nothing to show for it. What did you guys do? All you did was exchange your remaining equity in your car to pay short-term bills. Now you have a car with 60,000 extra miles, which is depreciated by 35-40%. Okay. And then what? Nothing. You didn't save money for retirement. You didn't save money to buy a new car if you're going to do this as a career, which I 100% say don't do this as a career. Okay. Do this to make your money and get out. Do something else. And it's dangerous, right? I mean, look, if you're a full-time driver, it's not a matter of it's a matter of when you're going to get in a fender bender or a crash. And we know that commercial insurance with $2,500 is garbage, absolute garbage. 2 weeks ago, we had Brian Greening from Legal Rideshare. You guys hopefully listened to that. You have zero coverage at period one, meaning like your app is on and you're looking for tips, you get hit, you go hit somebody, you're screwed. So You guys should read the small print when it comes to that insurance. So I mean, all these negatives. Yeah. What are the positives? Okay, let's talk a little bit about positives, and then I'll answer your question. I have a challenge right now, paying $2.93. Like, bro, do all the garbage you want. Take it. Take all the $3 garbage you want. Knock yourself out. I mean, if I had one of those, I would know what to do, but I haven't seen one. Okay, here you go. Roulette wheel. Okay, I've been driving for rideshare almost 9 years. I've worked my ass off and paid off both my homes. Yes, sir. I'm so glad I didn't waste it at a casino. Yes, sir. Now, roulette wheel. Do me a huge favor. Shoot me an email, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. I would like to interview you on Behind the Wheel. In fact, I interviewed somebody from London, Liverpool, UK today. You guys should listen to that one that's running hopefully this Thursday, if not next Thursday. Man, they have so many different things over there. To onboard, first of all, is takes months, not like you upload a couple of fake documents and you're in, right? They have holiday pay, they have sick pay, they have retirement pay that Uber is contributing. I'm like, why can't we do any of these things, bro? Right? No, we can't because our politicians don't have the, you know what? I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? So, yeah, please, roulette wheel, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. So for most of you who are joining now, why am I here sitting in a hospital bed, looks like, which is not, it's a massage table. Okay, I'm fine. Chris, my partner in crime, is very sick. Okay, I'm not going to get into what's going on with him. He's sick enough that we can do the Show Me the Money. His 98th consecutive episode today. Okay, so our streak got broken at 98. Now, 98 is a lot, but we wanted to, and he's done it when he was sick. I've done it when I was sick, but he couldn't even get out of bed to do the setup for StreamYard, send the notifications out. We had great tax experts coming on today. Unfortunately, my apologies to all of you. If you're watching, he couldn't do it. And if you can't do it, he's got the controls. He's the tech guy. I'm an imbecile when it comes to tech. I mean, I know enough to be dangerous, but not to run a live show. So I go, what can I do? I mean, I have 2 hours. I'm just get on and wing it for 2 hours if I can and answer some questions. I can answer some, without being financial advice, stock advice, Bitcoin advice, whatever. It's not advice. It's what I know for 30 years, or equities, derivatives, whatever you guys want to talk about. Because rideshare at some point becomes boring. 24/7 rideshare is like, I had enough. Plus, it's all negative. Everybody's complaining. No money, no money. I'm this, that. I'm like, no, let's talk about something positive. Okay, let's see. LA County. Okay, whoever's in LA, please get your tickets, $5. Go to Curbivore, CURBIVORE.co. Click register and use Sergio5. It's usually like a $200 ticket. There's going to be 1,000 people there. Okay, $5. Free food, free breakfast. You come see me. We shake hands. We talk. We shoot the shit. We take some pictures. Whatever. So I want to meet a lot of LA drivers. So it's in LA, March 29th, downtown. Go to curbivore.co. I will start tweeting that, but it's $5 tickets. You can't go wrong with it. You just got to park. It's in the Arts District. Great location. Please come see us. All day event, by the way. It starts at 9 a.m. and goes all the way to 6 p.m. Yes, Tesla Ride Chronicles, whoever you are. I'm paying off my card, then I'm out of here. Okay, see, Michael Burnett, there you go. He has a goal in mind. He's saving his money. Here's what I do, okay? When I'm doing rideshare, rule of thumb, please do it. Don't spend all the money you guys get in your bank account and feel secure, okay? You gross $200, okay? You got to know your cost, first of all. We've done this a billion times already, okay? Cost per mile. Figure out your cost per mile. Don't lie to yourself, because all I hear, online and other places glorifying this stuff, they go, I made $1,000 this week. You did not make diddly, sir, okay? There's no make in rideshare. How about your cost, right? You have a cost. So let's do this. Simple. You grossed $1,000. Take out $200. assuming that's your expenses, including gas, depreciation, maintenance. My car, I know exactly, runs for about $67 an hour. That includes your car note, insurance, all that, fixed expenses, variable expenses. All right? Take that out. That goes in a separate account. Now you're left with, let's say, $800. Out of that $800, take your taxes out. Most likely you're not going to pay, but take 10% out for taxes. So at the end of the year, when you're filing taxes, you're not scrambling. You go, shit, I owe $3,000. I don't have the money. Now I have to go work for a whole month for the IRS. Don't do that. Take 10% out. Usually self-employment tax is 15%, but 10% should be good because you didn't take the 67-cent IRS deduction. And then you're left with what? You were at 800. Take 10% out. You're at 720. Out of that, take 30% out. Another account. Invest with it. Put towards your retirement. Start double paying for your car if you have a car note on it. And then you're left with $500. That 500 is your money to pay bills with. Don't go pay your bills with $1,000. And a year later, you got nothing to show for it. A worn out car and a worn out bag. So app rides, Donnie, thank you. Congrats. Hope you guys get better. I'm fine, bro. Chris is sick. Yeah. Okay. Here's an example. Okay, Donnie. I did a behind the wheel with Donnie. He's from Biloxi, Mississippi. His market, he's in a casino market in the South. Okay, better than Vegas, I'm pretty sure. Okay. He takes his, he drives Excel. He has an 10-year-old Suburban that he drives. The guy is 62 years old. Okay, his work ethic is beyond my imagination. 60, 70 hours a week. Besides his tips, which he gets $400 in cash tips, he grosses $2K a week every week. He sends me, $2,000 a week. I'm like, yeah, it's because your market. Donnie, you come to LA, you do that 2K, you have to drive 120 hours, bro. But then that's your market. That's his market. Every market is different. And my market sucks at the moment. My cost per mile is around 20 cents. Okay, great, Michael. I think that's pretty low. Does that include everything? Does that include depreciation? Does that include wear and tear? That's very low. Does that include gas, all your variable and fixed costs? 20 cents is as low as I've seen it. I think like on a 6-8-year-old Prius, they're down to 25, 28 cents. I'm not sure about that 20, so maybe you need to recalculate that. There are apps for that. Solo is a great app. They will keep up all your miles and all that stuff. We're their affiliate. You can go look at that. In fact, they were the ones that were coming on today with the tax advice because it's tax time. Yes. April 15th, you guys got to file if you didn't already. Can I advertise my business on a TV screen in RideShare? Yes, you can. You're an independent contractor, sir. You can advertise what you put a tablet in the back seat. You get, well, as long as it's legal. Right? I mean, I don't know what business it is. So, right? As long as it's legal, yeah. You put a tablet or 2 tablets in the back, rest. Bombard your passengers with that. Whatever you want, buddy. As long as it's legal. Don't take my word for it, but I hope it's legal. Phoenix's market is also not good. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that from a lot of markets. You do weed, Roxy. I don't know what that means, Roxy. Okay. What else is going on? Okay, as long as you have an NLC insurance. Well, not necessarily. Depends. I mean, if you have, was that about the private trips? Well, no, we don't do private trips. Friends and family. Yeah. I mean, look, man, if you're gonna do those, if you have nothing to lose, go ahead and do it. I have a home. I wouldn't do it unless I have LLC and commercial insurance. But a lot of people go, yeah, I'm hungry. I got to do what I got to do. Yeah, if you got nothing to lose, I guess so. But if you get in a crash, you're screwed for life. I mean, hey, a lot of channels talk about it. Like, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm like, bro, what kind of advice are you giving to people? I mean, it's like bad advice, actually. If you do it and the guy gets in a crash, are you going to go support his family? I mean, no, I'm just, if you're covered, do it. Knock yourself out. Don't make 2K a week. We are Uber drivers. Well, Joey boy, you should go read our blog. Um, I put out an article with a Boston driver. He grows 200K and he drives Uber X and Lyft Standard 4 years in a row. It's right there. His 1099s and all his earnings are there. So don't be negative, Nelly, Joey boy. You can't do it, but you got to put the hours in. The guy drives 12, 14 hours, 7 days a week. If you can do it, very few can do it. But then, there are doers out there. What else? Okay, the chat's going way too fast, bro. What about San Francisco? Well, are you in San Francisco? Berkan Yıldız. Are you Turkish? I think you are. Well, I was born in Istanbul, by the way. So if you're in San Francisco, come meet me tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Oakland at the New Parkway Theater. Come shake hands, say who you are, see your face, and we'll have free drinks, and it's a free event. Okay. It's about the gig economy at the old Parkway Theater in Oakland. Whoever is in the chat from San Francisco, please join me. Okay, go sign up. Murat Soydan, that's another Turkish buddy. EV games killing the. I don't know about that. I think a 7-year-old Prius, I think, is the best car to drive for rideshare at the moment. EVs, look, what are you all gonna do if Uber takes the $1 EV credit away? What are you all gonna do? I mean, you're gonna cry. I know. And Lyft takes the EV credit away, okay? Then you guys are screwed, because without, that's like for a lot of EV drivers, first of all, it's up to $4,000 a year. A full-time driver can knock that out in 1 quarter. Then what? I mean, still good money, don't get me wrong. That 4,000 actually for EVs is like a replacement of the Quest that we used to get, 100 trips for $500. Well, not anymore, but that's that. I mean, look, EVs do have, to have their point, to have their place. What else? Let's see. EV discussion going on. Don't rent an EV. Look, you know what? Actually, EV rentals have their space too. Okay. If you're going to do this for 3 months, you just got laid off, you don't have a car, you're going to go hard at it 70 hours a week. Okay. Go rent an EV from Hertz, wherever you're going to rent it. $500 a week is going to cost you. Worst market, $20, $25 an hour you're gonna make online hour. Okay, you can net yourself 1,000. You have no worn out car, you have no worn out shit. Insurance is included. Make your 1,000. That's making your 1,000 if you do rent an EV, because your upfront costs are pretty much fixed. It's $500 including charging. Sergio, any clue when Colorado? Yeah, it got delayed. Black Label 305, if I can read it. I actually interviewed Senator Kevin Priola. It's in the can. We're waiting for the bill to pass so I can run the interview. He was nice enough and kind enough to join me for 20 minutes out of his busy life and day. Thank you, Senator. Much appreciated. He was very optimistic. Look, he killed it last year. I slapped him when I met him. Actually, I met the guy in Denver last year, and then I gave him a little tutorial, and then I guess he had a change of heart. And he's the sponsor of the bill. I think that bill is going to pass. The transparency bill, it's called, in Colorado. There are a lot of these bills, Uber and Lyft. I know you're watching, because I know you are. Maybe not this one, because you guys usually watch Show Me the Money. They're all panicking now. They go like, oh shit, Serge must have left RSG. They're all going like, where is Serge? I go, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Well, not yet anyway. So they must be all panicking. It goes like, because they all listen and they go like, oh, let's see what kind of shit he's going to talk about us today. I'm like, look, Uber, Lyft, you guys don't mess up, I'll go away. I'm not dying to do this on a daily basis, weekly basis, but you guys are so shady. You guys do so much shit that you're keeping me alive. Thanks, much appreciated. And as long as you guys are doing shady shit, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna bust you, and we're gonna get people paid like we did with the EV shaving. You know what I mean? In fact, we were gonna talk about today cancellation fee shaving. Uber, what's up? There's news. I mean, I shaved today. There's a lot of shaving that goes on with these upfront fares. I think they're doing that in cancellations now. I drive old. Yeah, there you go. For $0 a week. Love it. I drive an old Corolla for $0. Well, it's not $0 a week. Let's not be ridiculous. You got gas, you got maintenance still, you got to buy tires, you got to change oil. I mean, unless it's running on air, right? Shit, dude. I don't know. You can rent a Chevy Bolt from Avis. Oh yeah, exactly. Well, Chevy Bolt, 1189 pairs. Chevy Bolt is a great car. My wife has one, but for airport trips, it's a pain in the ass. If you go to LAX, pick somebody up or any airport, and they got like two big pieces of luggage, you're screwed. And three people in the car, it's a smallish car to do airport trips with luggage. Sergio, I don't shave. I know you don't, bro. You have the best beard. The driven dad, Tony from Denver, he has a beard. It's a man's beard. It's down to here. It's got this amazing beard. So I know you don't shave. Well, Uber's going to shave your funds, buddy, but don't worry. We'll find it and we'll bust it. And he tells Vivo starting in South Florida. Okay, I don't know anything about this company. Just send me something. I mean, look, their PR person sent me an email saying, we want to come on the show. I go, who the heck are you people? And then they go, we're this. And I'm going like, this must be spam. I go like, they didn't come back. So I'm like, I don't know about Revo. Look, there's InDrive. Go do InDrive, bro. Their commercial insurance and all, It's in Miami and they're going to expand. So, I'm signed up to rides. No rides yet. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with all these new companies. Okay. I can sign them up, drivers by the thousands, because everybody's so unhappy with Uber and Lyft, right? Getting the drivers is easy. How do these companies get the riders, the passengers, right? Why should a rider quit going in an Uber or a Lyft and go to Revo? Who the F is Revo? You know what I mean? I mean, if it's the same price and there are so many cars on Uber and Lyft platform and you're going to go from point A to point B, why should you leave Uber? There has to be a reason. And I think InDrive has the best marketing going. When you're at an EV, you pay, okay. I tried cherry picking. Okay, Michael Abernathy, cherry picking was great. If you can't cherry pick, by all means, go right at it. I say if there are no cherries to pick, it's not easy to cherry pick. I've seen nothing but garbage. And in LA, I don't know how long, since upfront fares actually. And there are no cherries to pick. If there are no cherries to pick, you got to drive at base rates. Then you just got to accept, and go on. You got to end sometimes. You got to grind sometimes. That's the reality that I have in my market. I'm considering upgrading to a Lincoln Nautilus for higher rates. Depends what city are you in, right? Paul Harris, Sergio at RideShareGuy.com. Shoot me an email. Can you do Uber Black with that? Can you do Lyft Black with that? Do you need PCP license for that? Do you need commercial insurance for that? You got to look at that. So whatever city you're in, Google your requirements, what platform you can drive. Don't just go willy-nilly buy the car. Please don't do it. That's the biggest mistake you will ever make in your life. Okay, there you go. See, in Phoenix, Kevin Underwood says, I have cherry picked and it works great in Phoenix. Yeah, if you have Surge, by all means, cherry pick the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, InDrive needs to buy a rideshare company to get into. William. Fuck. Okay, I can't say anything about that. William. Okay, I'm in a city of only about 20,000 people. Are you the same guy that's upgrading? No, then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. If you're in a city of 20,000 people, how many people are going to order black? Don't. If you're in a city of 1 million people, yeah, do it. Please don't do it. Just drive a Prius, bro. Trust me. I think it was Paul Harris. Don't upgrade. If you turn your app on and you're getting ping after ping after ping, then yeah, by all means, upgrade, maybe move up. If you're like a major metropolitan city where there are a lot of events going on, people like traveling in style, yeah, do it. Otherwise, don't do it. Rideshare Professor, they want fair co-op to buy the insurance for California. Hey, Thorsten. I'm alone today. If I had known, I would have brought you on, but I don't even know how to use this YouTube shit. You're the master at this thing. Sergio, they want fair co-op to buy insurance. Yeah, man. Thorsten, $50 for a trip from Hollywood to Disneyland, bro. That's what Uber charged, $50 for commercial insurance. It's outrageous right now what's happening in California. My own rates went up 35%. I have a family of 3 with a teenager driving. Imagine my bill. Okay, it's tough. There are some states that are good with commercial insurance. Some other states, garbage. It's like California, Uber and Lyft complaining that, oh, our rates are going up. But what about my rates? Uber, it just went up 35%. So don't stop crying over there. Play the game with the sharp, fast mind calculator. Yep. I have a video about that called Cash or Trash. It came out 2 days ago. You guys go see how fast I can do the calculation. You guys got to do it. You got to do that. You have 5 seconds to figure out your dollars per mile, dollars per hour. It depends. Like in LA, a lot of people, I read a lot of drivers go, oh, dollar per mile is good. How's dollar per mile good? You have an IRS deduction of 67 cents. Okay. You're working for 33 cents net. Granted, that's very high for a lot of cars. I get it. But if you have a newer car, you're going to be right around that level. You want to drive for 35 cents net? I don't think so. You got to figure that thing out, man. Like in LA, people go, I drive for $1 a mile. Well, in LA, 3 miles could take half an hour. You just made $3 if you go with $1 a mile. Some cities are good for $1 a mile. Some cities are good $1 a minute. You got to figure out what's good for you in your own city. You can't just go $1 a mile. Like, what's $1 a mile? I've done that in LA. 5 miles have taken me 45 minutes. $5, $1 a mile. Hey, where am I? Poorhouse. So, okay, let's see. Would you recommend Chevy Equinox for rideshare? Yeah, it's a decent car. But don't, okay, please. Okay, if you guys don't get anything out of this today, do not buy a new car to do rideshare. Okay, you heard? Oh, how many? I don't even know. I don't even know how to look at this shit. With StreamYard, I can tell how many people are here. I don't even know. Anyway, I don't care. Do not underline capital, huge bold letters. Do not buy a new car, especially with debt at 7%, 8%, and 10% interest rates today for car loans. Do not buy a new car to do rideshare. Do not. Done. 204. Wow, okay, that's better than I thought. I was like 5 people are watching this shit. I'm like a lost puppy. I have no idea I'm just looking at the camera and just talking to you guys. The rest is like, I have no clue what's going on. Chris, next week, get your ass out of bed. I don't care. I mean, no, I actually should be nice to my partner. Okay, he's really sick, like very sick. Okay, so send him your prayers, please. Send him, your well wishes. His email is chris@therideshareguy.com. My email is sergio@therideshareguy.com. Yeah, idiots, slicking up, whatever. Okay, come see me on March 29th, Curbivore. Friday, $5 tickets, free food, free drinks, free breakfast, free coffee, whatever you want. Hope he gets better. So do I, because I cannot do this. I can do it. Don't get me wrong, but I need screenshots because we had we had a great show set up. Okay. And then yesterday he goes, Sergio, I'm so sick. I don't know what's wrong with me. And today everything is set up, an hour and a half. He goes, I don't think I can do it. I can't even literally physically get out of bed. What's wrong? I go to the hospital. Why is he sitting at home? So I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I don't know. Why do you think Uber is pushing their take with drivers in this economy? They have to know that inflation has caused. Okay, what's the question again? 11,989. Why do you think Uber is pushing their take rate? You mean pushing it higher? Yeah, they got to be profitable. They're a public company. The stock went from 22 to 80. That's the only way, right? They got to be profitable, and they squeeze the driver, they squeeze the passenger, burn the candle on both ends, playing a dangerous game. But Uber, if you do watch this, you know what? I'll send you guys this when the live is over. I'll send it to you because I have to talk shit to you guys anyway once in a while. If you're gonna leave Minneapolis, please don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay, good one. Yeah, I mean, they got to be profitable, man. They got to look out for themselves. I mean, we're balanced here. We bash, but balance is balance. The other thing is people ask me, do you own Uber stock? First of all, that's none of your business. Do I own Lyft stock? That's none of your business either. But, okay, here's the thing. Let's change the subject a little bit. If you're an Uber driver, you're not a financial analyst, you don't know anything about finances, Wall Street, none of that stuff, okay? All right. October of 2022, upfront fare showed up in LA, and in some cities it showed up around the middle of 2022. Literally, within a week of driving, I knew that this was the shit that's going to make Uber incredible amounts of money. Because they separated completely now what the passenger pays from what the driver receives. Okay, there is one algo spitting a price to the passenger, and there is one algo shopping the price with drivers. Okay, they literally guaranteed to be profitable on each trip. And before, Uber used to be loser on me because I would cherry pick search trips, and Uber's net would be negative every single week. Right. So the algos are so good now, right? I go, this is it. This is gonna. And guess what? Stock was what? $22, $23. I remember like today. After a week, I go, if this doesn't turn these people profitable, they're going to go bankrupt in a year or two, okay? Because they were hemorrhaging money, losing money, like, spending money like a drunken sailor, okay? Guess what? Stock was 23, stock is 80 today. Instead of you crying all, look, there's a thing in our world, in Wall Street anyway, if you can beat them, you join them. You all could have bought Uber stock at 23. And if you're a driver, and if you know that this upfront fares is screwing you, okay, if it's screwing you, who is it beneficial to? To Uber. You could have all bought stock at 22, 23. Right? So you guys got to think. You could be partners in business. Yes, on one end, you're getting screwed. On the other end, you're making money on the stock. Look, I'm seriously talking about this stuff. Okay, let's see. Here in Florida, there's a lot of pollen lately. Come on, bro. Making sick. Okay, yeah, I have allergies, so I feel for you. Why don't you share your expertise? Like, okay, cool. You know what? Here's a great idea. Cute Lux. Is it you? I can't fucking see. Screw the RideShare guy. Let me see. RideShare drivers and details. One episode with table. I wish I could put that comment up there. I don't even know how to do it. Why don't you share your expertise, like money management and money allocations, etc. Okay. Here we go. I'll start my channel. Okay, I'll go learn how to do this shit. I think it'll be great. Okay, email me cute Lux. Is that okay? Sergio at the RideShareGuy.com. Remind me. I get like 1,000 emails a week. I'll forget a lot of stuff. I think it'll be great. Without being financial advice, I'll even tell you guys what I'm trading. You guys have been seeing the latest craziness with AI, right? NVIDIA going from $200 to $1,000 in a year or less. That's money. Screw RideShare, right? I mean, RideShare is not be all. And you can do all this for like $100, $200, $500, $1,000 in the Schwab account, online trading, no commissions. Hey, I'm game. There you go. Or you guys heard of Bitcoin, like MicroStrategy stock goes from $100 to $1,500, right? Or, Super Micro, again, $200 6 months ago, $1,100 today. You don't need millions of dollars to do this shit. I'm telling you, people, that's the salvation. RideShare driving is fun. It used to be fun. They sucked the life out of it. Okay, I used to love doing RideShare. I like meeting people. I like talking to people. Now I go out. I have already in a bad mood before I even start the car, because I know I'm going to go out there, drive for base fares, all 24 hours of the day, make 21, 22 before my expenses. It sucked the life out of it. It was so fun. Now it's like, bah, whatever. So yeah, whoever you are, email me, Sergio at RideShareGuy.com. I think it's a great idea. Okay. RideShare Otter says, stock market is a gamble. At the moment, yeah. If you told me this like 20 years ago when I went to school for it and I was on Wall Street, I would beat you up. But today, yes and no. Experience helps, just like RideShare. In very important thing in trading, just like RideShare. My 3 Ps apply. to stock trading or any kind of trading, derivatives trading, futures trading. 3 P's. Patience. Don't be a stock jockey. You don't need to overtrade. A lot of people overtrade, day trade, do all that garbage shit that they do, and they just blow their accounts. Number 2, position. You got to know your position size. If you have $1,000 account, you can put all $1,000 in one stock. You can't do that, and you get blown out. And 3, and that's why there are guys like me out there that will eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner before you wake up. So when there are guys like me out there with computers, with high frequency trading systems, understand the shit, and you guys go, let me gamble a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to eat your lunch. But I'm willing to share the wealth. I'm willing to share my knowledge. And then 3 is planning. You got to plan. You have to study, just like RideShare. You got to be patient. Don't accept all the trips. Your position is important. What city, what part of the city you need to be in, and plan. Okay, like I'm in the suburbs. I don't want to dead mile to LAX, so I got to grab myself a trip, right? Scheduled trip or reserved trip on Uber to get there. I don't want to dead mile it there. So all these things apply to life, not just RideShare. Applies to trading, for whatever trading it is. You could be trading freaking futures, commodities, whatever, bonds. Anyway, so I know more about that than I care to know. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what time is it? Oh, we're gone for an hour. Okay. So let's go for another 10 minutes. Okay. Update. Chris is sick. We had to postpone the show. Next week we'll be back, hopefully, if he's well. I'm going to be in San Francisco, or in Oakland tomorrow. Whoever is here in Oakland, please come meet me. New Parkway Theater, free drinks, free appetizers at 8 p.m. But there is a panel that we're going to be on, national panel, going 7 to 8 p.m. Curbivore, March 29th, but I will do that. GitCon 3, I don't know who those are. My 4,000 Shiba Inu. Yeah, see, that's a shit coin right there. I mean, yeah, you did, but then please keep your money, right? I mean, a lot of people who did that, but initially when the Shiba Inu, I mean, that is meaningless shit right there. If you see, that's gambling right there. Shiba Inu, whatever, or XRP, or all these things. There's just these penny things that just go up because there's demand, and then tomorrow you will lose it all. Please take that money, go do something else. What's your solution to fake accounts? Yeah, I've been talking about it, Alan, for 2 months now. My solution: every 2 hours, Face ID verification. In fact, this is a great question. I interviewed Denny from Liverpool, England today for Behind the Wheel. Okay? He was a livery driver. He wasn't a limousine driver, and he goes, let me see what this Uber thing is in UK. It took him 9 months to get his license from his own city council before he even went to Uber. There's so many things that you can do. We don't do any of that here. We upload some garbage documents, fake or not, or we can go buy a fake account from some guy down the corner, and then boom, we're on. And then ID theft, right? We can use somebody else's account. It's happening a lot more, by the way, in deliveries, Alan, than RideShare, because in RideShare, Uber asks you, at least me, every 6 hours, 8 hours, they ask me to take a, selfie. Lyft is not doing it as much, but Lyft started doing it with the driver's license, and their AI is having a lot of problems on that. They can't read the back and the front and a picture. But Doordash, Uber Eats, but they don't do it. I mean, fake accounts all you want. Unsafe for the consumer, 100%. Okay, there's an article actually coming out on that shortly. But what I'm saying is that to start with, work with whatever technology you have. What is that? Self-ID. So if I'm working on somebody else's DoorDash account, and if they ask me, right, these apps are sophisticated. If they ask me to take an ID and I'm on somebody else's account, photo ID, what do? They turn the app off, call the owner of the account. They turn it on. Well, DoorDash should be able to see that because there's an IP address. Every cell phone has an individual IP address. Okay, there you go. I mean, start there. And obviously tougher background checks, but then we know about that shit. Well, thank you, Mr. Gambit. I'm trying. I'm lost puppy. BTC 70K this week. Fastest way to get rich. No, it's not a fastest way to get rich, roulette wheel. It's also fastest way to get poor. Last time it was 60K. It dropped down to, 15K pretty quick, right? So the guys who bought it last time at 60K, it took them a year and a half to get back to even and then make some money on their money while they could have been sitting in treasuries and make the same amount of money. So look, Bitcoin has its point. Ethereum has its point. Why is it? It's like a replacement of fiat, if you guys know what that means, fiat currency, meaning dollars, cash, like in your pocket. Cash in your pocket is losing value every day. And it's infinite because it's not controlled. It's controlled by these fucking Federal Reserve people who keep printing, throwing money from helicopters, right? That's why we have inflation, people, right? I get it. Through the pandemic, they need to print money and feed everybody, but then they also, have this stupidity called too big to fail. Like in 2008, we had the banking crisis. They should have all those banks fail. Just let them fail. If you're not good at running a fucking business, you have no reason to be saved. Now I'm talking to the government, probably get audit now. If you keep saving these people, they're just going to keep depending on you. And then where is that money going that they're printing, by the way, people? It's going to the federal debt. We're up to $34 trillion with a T. I don't even know how many zeros are in a fucking trillion. We're in debt. All our kids are going to get suffering. I mean, they're screwed. Why are you passing $34 trillion worth of debt to the next generation? Tax, spending. Stop spending. You don't need to spend. You don't need to send money all over the goddamn place. Print money and send money. Take care of your own here. Fix your infrastructure. All this shit. But they don't do it because they don't listen to me. But reality is reality. 34 trillion in debt. Our debt's going up every 6 months by $1 trillion. Right? And I'm like, bro, stop. I run my house with a budget. Why don't you run your house with a budget, US? Whatever. Roulette wheel. With crypto, find a solid project like BCA. Yeah, actually, there is a rideshare company that I'm going to interview the CEO of called, they run on the Solana network, roulette wheel. It's called Trip, TRYP. And the CEO is going to be on. They're going to be competing with Uber and Lyft, taking the middleman out, put the rideshare app on the blockchain. Wonderful. Blockchain actually is going to replace all the middlemen like eBay, Shopify, Uber, PayPal. None of you need these people, by the way, but they're the middlemen. They take their cut, and they make their billions, right? But on the blockchain, we don't need these middlemen. That's why I like the blockchain. I'm not talking about Bitcoin now, just the blockchain itself. Here is Sergio's Ranch new monthly show. I don't know about what's I'm not ranting, bro. I'm educating. What's wrong with you, Craig? Sergio, what do you think of I spoke to him yesterday, bro. Bob, Davalina. Okay. I spoke to Steve Wright yesterday. I told him, I go, this is your chance, Steve. Uber and Lyft are going to leave Minneapolis. They're going like, woo, we're going to leave. I'm like, bye. I go, is your ship together? Can you go take over? There's an open market for you. He goes like, well, we'll try. I'm like, okay, Steve, I don't know. I have my doubts about rides, but he's a super nice guy. I wish him the best. They need to be more aggressive. They need like Travis kind of a guy there. Just go in there, break things and make things happen. You know what I mean? If Doordash got rid of fake accounts, who is this? Banksman. Yes, Banksman. 1,000,000% Banksman. If Doordash got rid of fake accounts, pay would go up drastically. 100% agree. Who is doing that door trash, not dash, door trash order on the app? The migrant who just came from Venezuela was on a mafia boss's thumb under that. They go like, you go work 12 hours at DoorDash, bring me 200, I'll give you 50. That's that one, taking that, every single one. DoorDash, there you go. Boba, you start your own legislation. Just like Malta did. Malta, I mean, we had Malta on. Look, go watch all SMTMC shows, Show Me the Money shows. We had the president of Malta, Minnesota Uber Lyft Drivers Association, just like they did in Seattle. Washington State, Washington Drivers Union, just like Craig now is working with these people up in Portland for their driver union. It's not your actual typical union, so don't get nervous, people. I know a lot of people don't like unions. This is like your unusual type of union. Grassroots movement. Find yourself city council people, pass on your legislation, and go bye. That's how you do it. But I'm not going. I can't do it. I'm just sitting here, and I'm involved in a lot of legislation. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like kind of. The drivers have to do this. It started with 2 or 3 drivers probably at an airport got together and talked and started grassroots movement door to door and grow the movement. That's how you kick him out until a new one comes out and replaces it. Yeah, most riders don't have a clue. All they care is about going from point A to point B as cheaply as possible. Murat Öztürk, that's another Turkish name. A passenger threatened me and I reported to Uber. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. They don't fire passengers, Murat. They only fire drivers. You're lucky that the passenger did not say you were drunk or high or some shit, and then they would have deactivated you. I hope so too, because I can't do this every week like this. I have no script. I have nothing. I have no screenshots. I'm just yakking for like an hour. I hope it gets crisp better. Yes, I hope so too. I don't know if he has COVID. I'm not saying he has COVID. Chris, do you have COVID? I don't even know what to have. He couldn't even talk to me. We usually talk at least a couple times before the show because I can't even talk. I'm like, bro, go to the hospital. Kevin Underwood, thank you, Kevin. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. All right, any other questions? Okay, if you guys want to ask me questions, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. I'm gonna okay, 1 to 15 more minutes. Okay, you guys have any other questions about anything? Rideshare. I know I missed a lot of your questions. Sorry, my eyeglasses are not good for the computer at the moment. It goes to show how old I am. I like this format, Sergio Live. Yeah, so do I. I'm not. Tell Harry that if he pays me, I'll do it. Don't worry. See, yeah, CT had challenges. Yeah. Send me one of those, Ginger. Yeah, I haven't had one for like 4 months. I don't even know how they look now. I'll be like shocked when I first get it. Yeah, ride challenge. Yeah, Lyft is putting out a lot more money except in LA. David Risher is coming on back on for more punishment on sometime in April, hopefully. Okay. Sneaky Dip, Los Angeles. Okay, whoever you are, Slick Nick. Curbivore, March 29th. Come say hello. $5 ticket. Go to curbivore.co. March 29th, Friday. Starts at 9 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. Great event. $5 tickets. They're usually $200. Sergio 5 at checkout. Free drinks, free food, free breakfast, free coffee, whatever you guys want. What's my favorite beer? Man. Okay, I don't like American beers. Nothing wrong with American beers, Bud Light and shit. I don't touch that. I usually like microbrewery beers. I don't want to be a snob, okay? But if you ask me, I'm gonna buy you a commercial beer and send a 6-pack to you, Serge. I'll go Fat Tire. How about that? Okay, there we go. I like IPAs with a little like bitterness at the back end. So I can't drink coffee beer. Here's Juju. What about pay for math? What about pay for death time? I don't know what that means. No. Yes, Thai beer is good. Tsingtao is good. That's Chinese. They have some other good beers. Lyft better because of area filters. Okay, sounds good. I'm heading home now later, Sergio. Okay, Slick Nick, bye. What station? Germany. Yeah. Americans don't know how to make beers. Sorry. Miller, Bud, Coors. It's not even beer. I went to high school in Germany, so I know what beer is. We'll wait to you and Chris next week. I am okay, Boba. Apologies, Chris is not here, but I tried to hold my shit together for you guys. I wasn't even going to do it, honestly, because I don't know this technology thing. But then I was like, okay, if we don't do it, people are all going to start think about Sergio must have quit because we do the crossfire with Harry. People go, Sergio should have his own channel. I'm like, no, I'm good here. Relax. Yes, I am a soccer player. I play semi-pro. My son plays for LAFC Academy. He's 14 years old. He's definitely better than me. I did play. I have zero cartilage in both knees. Like, we have a 2-story house. Every morning I go up and down. Click clack, click clack. I probably need knee replacement in another few years. How do you drivers thank riders for tips on Lyft? Good question. What you can do is you go on the bottom. You know how the Lyft clock gives you like 10 seconds or 15 seconds? There's like a thing that rolls, and if you don't, automatically in 24 hours, your rating will be 5 stars. Okay, but what you can do is you can click on the trip if they do tip you, as I do it every time. Uber makes it a lot easier. Uber is better there because immediately there is a box that goes send thanks for the tip. You can do that on Uber, but on Lyft, you have to click on the trip. And then on the bottom, there's manual rating that you can do. Okay. And then on the manual rating, you rate them 5 stars. Obviously, there's a box you can leave a message. I don't know if it goes to the passenger, but I always do. I go, always thanks for the tip, much appreciated. That's how you can do it. Why is Harry so against the drivers? Harry is not against the drivers. You guys have a really misunderstanding of Harry. I know Harry very well. Harry is not against the drivers. I think he's talking a lot of reality what a lot of people don't want to hear, but unfortunately, that's how it goes. Although, okay, all I want you to, whoever you are here now, listen. Here's my challenge. Me and Harry do a one-on-one, okay, driving challenge. He gets in his Tesla, I get in my Santa Fe. Okay, I can only do Uber X shared and Comfort in my car and Lyft as well, right? So we meet at the place and we do a 10-hour shift. Will that break the internet if Harry drove for 10 hours instead of talking some nonsense on that fucking crossfire that we're doing? It's constant nonsense. I'm going like, why are we even doing this? You don't even drive. So get your ass in the car. Instead of saying some shit, get your ass in the car and drive for 10 hours. First of all, I will beat his ass. Like, I'll run circles around him, even with no surge, which, okay. So, Harry, I challenged you last time. Here's your challenge. Get in the car. 10-hour shift. Let's see who wins. If you win, I'll quit. I'll quit. I'll quit the challenge. I'll quit it all. Let's go. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Harry's out of touch because he doesn't drive. That's why I told the CEOs last week. I put the video out. I go, challenge you. Donate your $3 million a monthly salary to a victim of rideshare violence who's dead by an Uber or Lyft passenger, okay? And drive with the pressure that we have. Pay your bills, pay your mortgage, pay your rent, pay your phone bill, pay gas, pay insurance, pay car note. Do that. Donate $3 million, whatever you guys make a month, which I'm sure it is somewhere in that range. Don't touch a single month. Get out there and do 100 trips a week. Let's see where you guys are. Then you guys will understand, CEOs, what we're talking about. Harry's not used to anything. He hasn't driven. I'm not even sure if the fucking app is on his phone. This is wonderful. I love Greg. I don't know if you're being facetious or not, but I hope you are. Harry's a privileged guy. He's not privileged, actually. He quit a great job at Boeing with he's no dummy, by the way. He quit a great job, a 6-figure job with benefits and stuff, and he thought this rideshare thing would be huge and started this, and look where he's at. I mean, he paid his dues. I'm not going to say no. I'm not defending Harry. I mean, we clash more than any relationship probably. Ginger, yes. Even Harry said that. And guess what? You guys noticed something happened about a month ago? Harry's face used to be on the YouTube logo. It's not there anymore. I am the rideshare guy. Harry is just Harry. Looks like he avoided suicide by government. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Sergio is always. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Yes, Craig. Okay, Craig, first of all, you have no reason to complain. You're in Washington, Seattle, bro. What are you talking about? Okay, stop. I predict the challenge will have to be postponed because Harry ends up on a black hole of waiting. You know what? There's a possibility of that. Sergio, how come delivery drivers are making more money than eat? I went out the other day, 4 hours, $120 plus Prop 22 money. You know how? Because we get paid Prop 22 money in California. If you're not in, plus the tips are huge, right? The base pay is shit on delivery, but the tips are huge, bro. You just sit there and cherry pick, $5 order with a $10 tip for 3 miles, 15 minutes, boom, you're good. To do that kind of money in rideshare, you have to do a 15-mile trip. Less wear and tear on your car. I love doing deliveries now. Part of the day and okay. What soccer club do you support? Where? Around the globe? In England, Liverpool. In the US, obviously LAFC because my son plays for their academy. And by my love, my original love, and always going to be that, is Barcelona. Not because of Messi, by the way. I just love the way they played forever. And in Turkey, Fenerbahce, because I played for their junior team. Okay, it means riders considering the risk associated, 100% the driver. We debated that. That's what I said. I'd rather go flip burgers. I don't want to do rideshare. Not for when you wait 30. Yep. Well, yeah, that's true. But if you you got to be productive. Do other shit while you're in the car. Watch some YouTube. Yeah, Harry did create a good media conglomerate. Harry started the RideShare Guy by contributors. Yes, that's true. That's very true. I'm the shit here, supposedly. I'm glad drivers complain. Yeah, then you gotta complain. You gotta ask. If you don't ask, then you gotta bend over and take it, and you don't want to do it. I don't ever do that, time traveler. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, I get it. You're a nice guy, probably. I don't know you, but I'm going like, why would you refund the customer? I mean, unless you play some shenanigans with their cancellation or whatever. Who knows where that money goes? I hope it goes back to the customer. Where do you predict Russia will be in 5 years? Pro drivers or pro company? Well, there's a lot of legislation coming. Great question, CBL Daddy. There's a lot of legislation coming. There's a lot of pushback coming. I'm behind a couple of them. Minneapolis is, this is going to be a big test for rideshare drivers. Minneapolis drivers have to win. If they win, Uber and Lyft leave, and a couple other companies show up, take their business, and then life goes on. That's when shit's going to change. 5 years is a long time. If you ask me about stocks, I wouldn't be able to tell you that either. Look, rideshare is going to be around one form or another. A lot of autonomous vehicles are coming around, so be careful with there. Yeah, rideshare gets paid more, but they make more dollars per mile, Ginger. For sure. Have you heard of? Okay, so what is this Revo, bro? Everybody's asking Revo. Is Revo doing something somewhere? I have no idea. Sergio, how can Alto or Revo pay more than Uber and Lyft and make less revenue? They can't. That's why Alto folded in Miami and folded in DC. And these vertically integrated business models that they own the car and pay minimum wage to their drivers, it's a very tough business. Look, if Uber and Lyft can hardly turn a profit by not owning any goddamn asset, but these people have to own the asset, it's impossible almost. Sergio, the man, you got me 885. Where's my beer? SREAL007. Where's my beer? Fat Tire. I announced it. That's my favorite beer for this week anyway. I'm in Augusta. Every trip is 5 miles away on a, yeah. Oh shit! You guys don't have upfront? That's bad. Chelsea, Barca, and yeah, of course you're from East Coast. What do you expect? Barca, at least we agree on that, will you? I made most money doing food delivery because okay. Yeah, that's why Uber is good, right? Uber, you can do morning rush hour, you can do rideshare, even if you have one app, which you shouldn't. Morning rush hour rideshare, lunchtime when it's dead on rideshare, you do food delivery, then you can do rideshare, and afternoon rush hour, then you can do delivery. That's why Uber has the complete package. I mean, you don't have to get off the Uber app. Okay, last couple of questions. How can we force Uber to drop Uber team? I'm working on it, as you know, Tony. I work on things. I'm going to start here in California with the CPUC. I'm working on it. Just hold your horses there. Sergio, you're the best. Okay, thank you. I wish we didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I don't have upfront. Actually, I wish I see the drive passenger, but I don't have the algorithm bullshit that's going on. Okay, we got one more minute. Uber brags about their billions profit, but their city council meetings are, yeah, that's true. That's what I told Uber. I said, you guys should be just like running laps in the office, high-fiving each other, all your stock options. Stock is $160 billion company. What are you guys complaining about? Share the wealth a little bit, you stingy mother. You know what? I mean, I met Harry in Charlotte back in the days of Userve. Yeah, for anyone who remembers that, that's gone. Yeah, you're gonna get shorted a lot. Yeah, I think Uber and Lyft leave Minneapolis. Well, they don't. I don't know. They're really hard. You know where. Sergio, what do you think about this? Company is not paying all online. Yeah, that's a tough call, man. That's a tough call because we're not employees. That's why. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why they get away with this active hour bullshit. I mean, last time I checked, there was 60 minutes in an hour still, and like that would be like telling the McDonald's cashier, we're only going to pay you when you're, collecting money or helping a customer. And then on the clock, off the clock. I mean, it doesn't make sense. But that's the gig economy. I don't agree with it. I mean, I don't want to be their employee, but there has to be something done with this. We're working on it. Do you think it would be better if California focused on not having long pickups instead of trying to make everyone get in? Yeah, EV in California kind of works because you have the incentives. Yeah, that's a deep topic. We don't have time for that. Do you think Uber will get rid of Uber Share? No. Why should they? You can turn. Well, you could have opted out when it first came out, like a few months after the pandemic. During the pandemic, they got rid of it. Now they're just back. Now they commingled it with Uber X, Uber Comfort, and Uber X Share, like garbage. That's why their numbers. Yeah. I share rights close. I don't know. Anyway, so if you have any questions, please, Sergio at the RideShareGuy.com. Thank you for joining me. I know this was last minute, buddy, partner. Much love. Feel better. I tried to do my best. Actually, if you guys like this format, maybe I'll tell Harry. Harry, pay me like $500 an hour. I'll just do one of these for you. Yeah, we had a segment on that today. Valpak, yeah, Valpak. They're giving them the chips, and guess what? They're paying them full fare. They're not taking hocus pocus 50% from them. Fucking bullshit. While you are being online, covering every corner and reducing rider, I don't know about that. And it's Mike K. Yes, Mike. We said that. I said that. I did a video. Harry didn't like it. I don't give a shit. I said, is it time to quit rideshare? I said it. We're a rideshare channel. I shouldn't be saying stuff like that. I'm telling you guys. If you're only making 20, $22 an hour gross before expenses, you have to start thinking. All right. Thanks, everyone. Much appreciated. Much love. This is all I can do today. If you guys enjoyed it, email me, Sergio at the RideShareGuy.com. Whoever you were, I forget fast. Somebody said, why don't you do like a, live stream and talk about finances and stuff? I would love that. I like that more than rideshare. I'm game. Let me look into the legalities because YouTube, I can't do financial advice on YouTube, but I know there are a lot of channels on YouTube that do this stuff. Roulette wheel, thank you. Much appreciated. So I don't know. I'm game. Hell, if I can help you guys make some trades, make some extra cash, get out of rideshare, hell yeah. Screw Uber. Who needs Uber? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Michael. No. Stop. What? I only average 17 an hour. No, bro. I don't know what kind of matrix you're looking at. That door to door, probably. If you're doing that online or something, you need to stop. I mean, that's just, yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. Much love. Hopefully, we'll be back next week with this week's guest, which was about taxes. Tomorrow, if you guys are in Oakland, please come meet me. New Parkway Theater at the end of the month, Herbivore, but I'll start selling my $5 tickets for that one. All right. I'm tired. Chris, you owe me one. And all right, everybody. I'm going to end the stream. You guys, I always say it on the videos. Stay healthy. That's the most important thing. See, young guy, sick. Who knows, right? 1, health, you cannot replace. 2, be safe, please. Okay. See you guys next week.